Hello grade 11, this is Reading Plus, Unit 5, Period 2, Reading and Comprehension. In Period 1, we talked about two main categories of literature, fiction and non-fiction. Fiction refers to a story that comes from a writer's imagination, but non-fiction is strictly based on fact or true story. Explained different genres of literature in Period 1, adventure, humor, traditional, crime, mystery, science fiction, fantasy, historical fiction. But now in Period 2 we will focus on science set in the future using science and technology, for example robots, spaceships, or time travel. Now you are going to read the first three paragraphs of a short story. Here we have a short story. Look at the picture and decide which of the genres from Period 1 the story belongs to. Now let's discuss the picture. We have a boy and a girl. The boy is they are both looking at a book. Maybe they are discussing about the book. Look at the house. The house looks like a modern one. So what do you think the genre of literature is? This is science fiction because they are going now to talk about a story based on facts. Read the story and find out if you were correct. It is a book Granny Lena gave me. She used it for schooling when she was little. Wow, a book can't do anything. The words are printed on paper so they stay still. It has no moving pictures, no sound. How can a book be used for schooling? Zilla was irritated. Her little brother asked so many questions but never paused to think. Now this is a conversation between Zilla and her brother. They are talking about books. Now, Zilla here has a book from her friend, Granny Lena. Lena used to use this book when she was little at school. Now her brother was shocked. How could a book be used for learning? Why? Because the book has only printed words. They can't do anything. They are still. Still means ثابت, doesn't move. Words have no pictures. Words have no sounds, so how can be used for schooling? Now Zilla here was irritated. Irritated means to be angry or upset. Why? Because her little brother keeps asking questions but he never pauses to think. The word pause means to stop for a short time to do something. It was at least 50 years ago and things were different then. Kids from a neighborhood all went to a school together and read the same book to learn the same things. If Zilla thought that would be the end of the conversation, she was to be disappointed. School? I know what schooling is, but what is a school? Now Zilla here tries to clarify for her brother. So she says that this happened 50 years ago. Now learning system was different from ours today. How? Now kids from a neighborhood went to a school together and they were reading the same book and learning the same things in the same school, in the same classroom. Now Zilla thought that her brother now understands what was happening before, but she was mistaken because her brother has another question here. School. I know what schooling is, but what is a school? So he doesn't know what a school is. Haven't you learned anything from your history programs? Asked Zilla in a superior way. Schools were buildings with classrooms where kids went to learn. That's where the word schooling comes from. School, classrooms and buildings. Classrooms were real rooms. I only know my virtual classroom. Now Zilla here clarifies to her brother that schools are buildings. Now, and in these schools we have classrooms. Kids the same age went to these classrooms. Now, classrooms and buildings, classroom were real rooms. I only know my virtual room. Now, there is a difference between learning in the past and learning now. Now, her brother and Zilla are learning in virtual classroom. أو صفوف افتراضية. What do you mean by virtual? Created by computers. But in the past, students were sitting in real classrooms, يعني صفوف فعلية. Listen carefully, Veep. Children all went together at the same time to the same school. Kids of the same age all sat together in the same classroom and learned the same lesson. Got it? How did that work? How could the instructor understand what all the kids knew and didn't know? How could it teach them all at the same time? Now, again, now Zilla here says that children of the same age go to of a neighborhood that are living in the same area, go to the same school. Now they sit in the same classroom, and we have here the same lesson, all learn at the same lesson. Now Veep here is again surprised. How could one instructor understand all this number of students? How could he answer their questions and understand what are they thinking about, and how could he teach them all in the same time? We have here the word instructor. This is someone who is giving instructions. Now, oh, that's the other thing. Teachers weren't digital instructors, but real people like mom and dad. Learning wasn't that online, but face to face. The teachers decided what the kids needed to learn and thought it themselves. I know it is strange, but it was a long time ago. Veep considered this before he said thoughtfully, it wasn't so bad for the kids, was it? They met up with others of their own age. They could chat and play together. They had friends. So this is real instructors. We had real instructors in the past, like real people like mom and dad. But now they have digital instructors. That is, the computers themselves are instructors. Now, learning wasn't done online, but face to face. Here is the difference. Face to face is with two or more people in the same place meeting each other. But nowadays, in their Zila's time, they have online learning that is on the internet. Now, the teachers decided what the kids needed to learn and thought it themselves. And this was a long time. Now, there was a real interaction between kids and the teacher or the instructor. Now, Veep here thought carefully. Then he found a good advantage of learning in the past. That is, children meet, play, chess, and chat together. So he thinks that people in the past, students in the past, had real friends. Well, you have plenty of friends in your learning teams, don't you? Asked Zela, surprised by her brother's change of heart. Yes, but they are not really friends and they are not real teams. I've never met them. We can't meet up. We can't go to the park. We can't run and chase each other. Maybe schooling was more fun in the past. Now, Veep here, it sounds that he has changed his mind. And he is more convinced of the system of learning in the past. Now, Zila says to him that it is true that you have so many friends. You have learning team, you have games on the internet, and you can make friends easily. But again, Veep thinks that friends of the past are more real because he can't meet his friends, he can't run and chase and play together, and he thinks that schooling was more fun in the past. Now, by the way, Veep here raises a controversial question: are internet friends real friends? Now work out the meaning of the new words in the story by using your knowledge of similar words and by reading the sentences around them. Answer these questions, circle A, B, or C. Here are the most important words in the text, the new words. Zila says that the word schooling comes from the word school. Look at all the uses of the word schooling and decide its meaning in the story. What is the meaning of schooling in the story? Is it going to school, working at school as teachers, or learning? Yes, it is about learning. The words are printed on paper, so they stay still. What do you think the verb print means? What do you mean of the word print? We have the word to print, we have the noun printer. So what is a print? Is it made of paper? مصنوع من الورق. Read on paper. Will I put on paper using a machine? Yes, put on paper using a machine. And what is the name of the machine? Yes, a printer. Yeah. Zilla was irritated. Zilla wanted to look at the book and she was not happy that her brother kept asking questions. What does the adjective irritated mean? sad about something, to feel sad, to feel sorry. A little angry about something, غاضب, or very angry about something, a little angry about something. Phoebe asked a lot of questions but never paused to think. What does the verb pause mean? Stop doing something for a short time, stop doing something completely, or continue to do something. Yes, stop doing something for a short time. Pause, يتوقف لحظة. Kids from a neighborhood all went to a school together. The word neighbor means a person who lives in the next house. What does the noun neighborhood mean? Now, each one of you live in a neighborhood and you have neighbors, الجيران. So what is a neighborhood? The area around a house, the people in the neighbor's house, or the whole town a house is in. Yes, it is only the area around your house. We can call it الحارة, neighborhood, أو الحي. Zila asked one question in a superior way. Zila is older than her brother and knows more than Veeb. So what does superior mean? Better than someone else, equal متساوي with someone else, not as good as someone else, yes, better than someone else. Veeb didn't know that a classroom was a real room. He only knew his virtual classroom. What does the adjective virtual mean as opposed to real? Imaginary, خيالي, and pictures only, or created by computers. Yes, it is created by computers on the internet. Find the word instructor in the story. What does it mean? Who is an instructor? A type of instruction, or someone or something that gives instructions, someone or something that follows instruction. Of course, this is the one who gives instruction, and the one who follows the instruction, we call him, for example, student. Read the paragraph containing the sentence learning was it done online but face-to-face. What does face-to-face mean? With two or more people in the same place, with the telephone, or with pictures of faces? Yes, two people meeting at the same place at the same time. وجها لوجه. Zila was surprised because at first Veep thought schooling in the past was strange, but then he began to think that some things were better. What does change of heart mean? His heart has changed. Change of clothes, change of health, or change of opinion. Yes, change of opinion. And also we have the phrase his change of mind. Change of heart and change of mind both mean change of opinion. Discuss in pairs or small groups. Give the story a title. Prepare to explain your title to the rest of the class. What is the successful for? For example, what is a good title for this story? We could say, what is a school for? Learning and then and now, or face-to-face learning. Perhaps life was better then, school was better. So think of your title to the story. We have possible answers. What is a school for? Learning then and now. Learning in the past and now. Face-to-face, perhaps life was better then. This is the end. Thank you.